see what
Thank you.
Mike P gotta say, because he know what he's talking about.
Nah, I appreciate that. Yo, honestly, I tell this story all the time, but the first time I ever heard you was in the trailer for DNA. And
Yeah.
I swear to God, they played the trailer. I heard the 4-bar setup that you had, and I said, she's beating DNA.
What was the battle that they played?
I don't remember. It was from Queen
I
of the
wonder,
Ring.
was it?
It was something from Queen of the Ring.
Oh, probably my Tia S battle. That's my little haymaker they win.
Possibly.
It was in the ring.
Yeah, well, I guess that's a good transition because like I'm very interested. Like I'm a huge fan of you because you remind me of like my favorite style. I love a 4-bar setup. I like, instead of like stacking punches, I like finding the most vicious punch you can, and then using 3 lines to guide you. If properly executed, it's one of the most effective styles like you could possibly have. Is that something that subconsciously goes in the back of your head when you prepare, or have you always been the type of person that likes to guide you through something as opposed to like a juggernaut type?
So I've just like gotten better at what I like, period. So it has really came, well, I've always been like big on my haymakers.
Right.
So I'm always very, very, sometimes it can take me longer to order than it takes me to write, because that's how strategic that I like to move. So sometimes I like 4-bar, sometimes I like to sway away from it. It all really depends on how I'm feeling, but it's definitely something that I started doing more and more recently, because I see how effective it is. You get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, of course.
Everybody can try to do it, but it's very hard to learn. It's very hard to like get comfortable with doing it, because what you think is like a haymaker, it might not be. Like it's hard to like to fucking order. You know what I'm saying?
It's extremely. Do you do like because I usually, the way I structure is I write the first round first, and then I write the second round second, and the third round third. Do you piece it together? Because I ask people, yo, listen, I know you're probably about to blow my mind because most battle rappers do, because they don't do what I usually do. Y'all be psychos. So are you the type that like writes the whole 4-bar setup, like the whole 9, and then you pick and choose where to tie? Yo, do I have to switch things up or some shit? Is that why I've been fucking up for the last?
It depends on how you'll write. It depends, because like this should be so hard, because not only do I order my bars, I order my rounds, right?
Right.
I have to strategically know what round I want to be the strongest. So therefore, I can't just write a first round when I haven't said anything for the second or third. Like, do I want my first round to be my best, or did I just write this first round and it's not even my best material? Now my best is in my second or third. Now what do my opponent do? Do my opponent have fire first rounds? I can't come with a lackadaisical first round if they know for their first round. Like I can, like, no lie though, when I write a bar, I kind of know what round it's gonna go to. You know what I'm saying?
Really, and you factor in the patterns of like opponents
100%.
as far as like chess moving, like what you're gonna do with the first and third. Wow.
Yeah, I know we probably gonna talk about it, but I use that strategy during the Tay-Rock battle. So
right.
My Tay-Rock battle, if y'all go watch, like, I'm watching him versus Twerk, and I'm watching him have the same rhyme pattern for 3 minutes, right? And everybody just kind of knows Tay-Rock has these strong second rounds. So the goal is to have this pocket where I'm rhyming for more than 4 bars, where every time the crowd goes crazy, I'm going to bring it back, because Tay-Rock kept bringing the shit back.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So boom, let me do that shit, because I'm learning. When the crowd's saying that shit with you, that shit make it look more like you beating your opponent ass.
Oh, 100. Yeah, 100%. And then there's a skill in taking advantage of that situation. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that'll land a bar, and while the crowd is going crazy, they'll put their head down. They'll kind of just wait for the crowd. And then sometimes if you engage with it, it makes it even more intense. Right.
That's what I used to do. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like bringing my bars back, because it already be so nerve wracking, because you got to get this shit out. So I'm like, okay, Viixen, it's some shit that you have to know like a motherfucker. There was part of my first with Tay Rock. I'm clutching, now up it. I'm like, I know for a fact this probably gonna hit and I'm gonna have to bring it back. Boom. You gotta know that shit real good. Then that pocket that I did in the second, even this granny know the baby coming, she dreamed of fish. Okay, I gotta have this down so good because by the time I get to my punch, I want the crowd to know every single last ending part of the punches before it.
Right. Well, that's what, like, a lot of people don't understand how much momentum plays a part in a bar hitting and not the bar itself, which is why I love like Haymaker setups, because it gives you 3 chances. You have 3 bars, you have 3 chances to guide the crowd to the reward, right? That 4th line. So if you can make everything else dope, it helps out the bar at the end to where maybe if it's not as good as the other 3, the other 3 helped the crowd be more lenient to it, where it's like, okay, well, he got me there. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay.
I swear to God, because that's what I watched Tay Rock do verse. You know, I'm gonna say that because it was my last battle verse Twerk. I watched how he my bad, let me turn this down. No, how he just constantly kind of brought it back, and the shit wasn't even like super duper haymakers. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like, and Rock, one of the greatest in the world, he's a 4-bar setup rapper. He's always been. He's a 4-bar. He punches for sure. He punches in between, but he wants to get you to the 4th line before he wants to grasp you in the 2nd. Or like the 3rd, you know what I'm saying? He'll punch to get there, give you some ammo to run it back again, make it dope. Like I said, going back to like that momentum shit, but he's a setup guy. He's a setup guy. 1, 2, 3.
Yep, he is. Go, Cornell, grab her. Go back. Yeah, so when I'm writing, so I guess it basically goes back to me studying my opponents. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Rock was different because I had to study how he was. Besides me knowing that he did a lot of rhyming, he was very hard for me to catch. Like, haymakers, when is this gonna come? How is this gonna come? You know what I'm saying? So